I'm Brad Elliott, Chairman and CEO of Equity Bank. I founded the bank 11 years ago to try to bring something to the industry different than what was in the competitive marketplace. When we see a customer and they need help or advice in any situation, whether we make profit from it or not, we're helping them fulfill their goals, and in the end, they'll refer business to us or they will help us down the line. The Equity University leadership team wanted to take a look at our core values because it's such an integral part of who Equity Bank is. This video was written by and created by your Equity University team. Let's take a look.
We challenged our current Equity U class and also last year's class to come together and revamp those core values for something that was meaningful to the organization.
The I Care is something we try to get across to all employees. We're trying to develop a culture of caring about our customers, our community, and our employees.
And we believe that the I Care statement serves as a guide every day to help us remember who we've committed to be and who we need to be for our customers.
The 5 core values that Equity Bank has adopted are integrity,
Community focus,
accountability,
respect,
entrepreneurial spirit.
Well, integrity means, doing the right thing, and even when nobody's looking.
To me, when you look in the mirror, that's supposed to be the face of integrity. You have to start there, look there, you see the integrity, your customers will see it as well.
I believe integrity from the top has inspired integrity from the bottom.
I mean, that customer trusts in you to do what's best for them.
Trust and loyalty from our customers has to be earned.
And so whenever you say that you're going to do something, it's always important to make sure it gets done.
With trust, you gain loyal and long-lasting customer relations.
It's not about the talk, it's about the walk. Always stand behind your word. So we strive to do what we say we're going to do when we say we're going to do it.
I make sure that my words and my actions are aligned with the best interests of the bank.
And I think it kind of goes hand in hand with accountability, maybe owning up to a mistake, doing something that's maybe not part of your assigned duties as your job and doing it because it just needs to get done.
Equity Bank's different because of the people. That's really the one thing that separates us from our competitors, and we talk about that a lot. And our involvement in our communities as more than just a bank. We get out in the communities and become a part of the community.
I am a reflection of the bank and a reflection of my community.
Equity Bank is an unfolding vision. We have maintained our community banking approach in our respective markets. Our team is working implementing the goals for 2015.
I think we are a community, especially I get to work in Wichita in the headquarters location, and we do feel a sense of team and we enjoy being together, and there's so much talent in that building. It's awesome to work around.
We have a duty to our communities. Outside of just being bankers, we're involved in our civic groups and our community groups. Many people donate hours and hours of their time to make their communities better.
It's such a focus. It's actually in our employee handbook to take a day off every 6 months and go and be involved in the community.
I want to have an impact in my community and with my customers. I know I have the full support and the backing of this bank and the organization, and my personal success is tied to the success of the bank.
Accountability speaks to me and Christy because we see it the most in our day-to-day lives.
It's each individual person taking accountability and responsibility for the task that they have, for their role within the bank. Living it, breathing it, from beginning to end, being responsible. The 4 pillars of accountability are responsibility, a duty that binds to the course of action; answerability, being called to account; trustworthiness, a trait of being worthy of trust and confidence; initiative, the power or opportunity to act or take charge before others do. Accountability starts with I. It starts with me being accountable for my role within the bank. And we don't want to say they, we want to be we as a team.
There is no more they.
We need to focus on us and focus on we as a group to grow.
I don't like they, I prefer we, because we're a lot stronger than they are.
There you go.
And on the respect side, it pretty well speaks for itself.
Respect to me means treating every person you come in contact with a deep feeling of admiration.
Respect is showing value for another person or another group, not just the individual, but their abilities, their contributions to the group, their responsibilities, their outcomes. I care as much about your request as you care about my doing the job right and on time. Being mindful of the value of that other person's time, being value of the outcome that they need.
The purpose and why that's a critical core value for Equity Bank is when the internal employees respect one another and show a level of respect for not only the supervisors but the entire team, that passes down to the customers and the front lines. So when customers can see that associates respect one another, it feels like a good place to go and do business.
The entrepreneurial spirit really comes from being able to maintain an individual identity and trying to deliver something without having to say no first.
Equity Bank has a yes mentality. A yes mentality and a how do we find a way to make this work is kind of the nature of entrepreneurship, and that's something that the bank exhibits on a daily basis.
Find new ways to make advancements and grow the organization.
We're just not afraid to try new things and try different product types that may work and roll out new ideas and new ways to do things internally.
To me, the E stands for both equity and a little bit to equality. Equity Bank's not a traditional bank, so I almost think it's kind of a play on words in a sense in that we're not equal to all the other banks because we're not the same, we're different. I kind of interpret the slash through the equal sign to mean that.
The way that Equity Bank treats its employees is truly with an encouragement of out-of-the-box thinking.
And everybody, I think, takes that entrepreneurial spirit and at least tries to apply it in their own job.
In terms of banking, banks around Wichita typically have been focused on just those kind of big elephants or the whales that can bring in a lot of substantial income over multiple years, instead of putting in the work to bring in slightly smaller customers that meet the community needs but may be customers for life as opposed to in the short term.
This bank was built off of an entrepreneurial spirit. We work with entrepreneurs every day in building their businesses, and we like to come at it with an entrepreneurial spirit in helping them figure out how to run their businesses and how to be successful in their own careers.
So every one of us is an entrepreneur if we take the responsibility to step up and move the ball forward.